Hello YouTube, it's Ben here from Team America 1, coming at you guys with a updated deck profile for you guys. This is a Princess Control deck profile. It's probably the deck I will be taking to regionals. It's the most consistent version of the deck I have created. I really do like the way the deck functions. Lots of different things you can do, so very versatile in its plays. So let's just get right into the deck profile. But yeah, let's start off with the monsters. And there are quite a few monsters, which is a thing that I do like. Makes Card Trooper a little bit better. If you saw in my last video, Card Trooper really hates me. But your double Lone Fire, Spore, Dandelion, your standard plants. And you play these cards in every plant deck. Dandelion is especially important. Lone Fire is the most important card, though, to get this running. But Dandelion is very important. Producing those tokens is somewhat of a thing. I then play double Titanial. You like to control the board with this. Is really good against Fire Fist, so Titanial is there for that. Shirumei is only in here because of Melee of the Trees. Bringing this card in defense position is really nice because it's a 2800 butt that your opponent can only attack that, and when it's destroyed you can special summon another plant from the deck, which is really important because then you can special out your big boss cards like Titanial or Talea, which I also play. And then, like I said, I do play the one Talea, Princess of Cherry Blossoms. Talea is just a really powerful card, as well as one Fallen Angel of Roses. This is really in here just to promote the level 7 or rank 7 exceed plays. And then topping off the last of the plants, I play two Lord Poison. If you don't know what this card does, is when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one plant type monster in your graveyard except Lord Poison. So it's somewhat of a floater that you can ram into things, bring out your big monsters in your grave. It's really important, so Lord Poison is good in that aspect. And then for the support, I play 3 Marauding Captain. Marauding Captain is extremely important. If you open with Marauding Captain and Lone Fire, you can go Marauding Captain into Lone Fire, tribute the Lone Fire, the Dandelion, then overlay Melee, and then detach the Dandy, bring out Lone Fire. So you finish with Melee, 2 tokens, and a Titanial, which is really nice. Or Melee, 2 tokens, and a Talea, depending on what deck you're going against, because Exciton is a card, and Talea protects you from that, and is also gets pretty big with the tokens. Then the double Card Trooper. Majority of the time I'm setting this card just to try to draw into combo pieces, but it is in here nonetheless. And then the 3 Crane Crane, and Crane Crane is the most important card, in my opinion, or the most important support card in the deck. It opens up your Melee plays in your rank 3, which are extremely important for this. This really gets all your combos going, so you do need Crane Crane at all times, so Crane Crane really does start things off. And then finishing off for like the randoms, the 1 Thunder King Ryo. Thunder King is Thunder King, and being able to main deck this card instead of siding it is just too good. 1 Debris Dragon, Black Rose the Field. 1 Redux, and the 1 Swift Scarecrow. And I will never take the 1 Swift Scarecrow out of any deck, because the 1 Swift Scarecrow has saved me so many times. That's it for the monster lineup. It's quite big. 1, 2, 9, 10, 23 monsters, which is a lot. For me, anyways. Now onto the spells. There's the 1 Dark Hole. Dark Hole is really good for clearing a path. Clear the path, and then attack for game. Book of Moon, like I said, is the most versatile card in this, or the versatile spell in the deck. Book of Moon just allows you to do everything. And then the 1 Foolish, because Foolish Burial sets up your plays by like Foolishing a Lone Fire, or Foolishing a Dandelion, and then making your Melee pushes. So, really good. That's it for the one-ofs. For the rest, I play 3 Miracle Fertilizer. Miracle Fertilizer is so good at bringing back your Lone Fires. Bringing back your Titanials, your big princesses that you have discarded or have been destroyed. Miracle Fertilizer allows you to make that push play. Gives you access to pretty much any plant in your deck, which is really nice. And it is a monster born that you can activate more than one of in a turn. So in that aspect, Miracle Fertilizer is too good not to run at 3. I then play 3 Mark of the Rose, and you can say this is cloggy, but you always want to have access to this card. This card steals games from your opponent. It is overpowered in my opinion, saying that if you play a lot of plants, this card is just way too good in that aspect. And then finally, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. MST is good. You want your Crane plays to go off, so when they try to Fiendish Chain it, you want the immediate response to pop your opponent's back row. It's also good for Tenki, Tensu, all those cards. Abyssphere. And then for the traps, very limited, 6 traps. I play the 1 Solemn Warning, the 1 Torrential Tribute, which I'm not sure if I like this or not. It is massive though, which is nice. 2 Call of the Haunted, it's a slower version of Miracle Fertilizer, and then double Phoenix Wing because you will draw those dead cards. Like you'll open with like the princesses, and you don't want to do that. That's it for the main deck though. I really do enjoy how consistent this deck is at bringing out your boss monsters. Extra deck, we have, for the rank 3s, your 1 Leviair the Sea Dragon. Leviair combos really well with your Spore, and it combos really well with your Mark the Rose. Majority of the time you will be banishing cards like Lone Fire Blossom or Lord Poison, which is another thing, because if you bring out the Lord Poison, you can crash special summon out a big one. It's really nice. The 1 Ghost Trick Alucard, strictly for the Gear matchup and for the Gear matchup only. And then 1 number 17 Leviathan Dragon. I chose this over Acid Golem as my beat stick because Acid Golem kills you, and with this deck you really don't want to have ticking time bomb on your side of the field. If I played cards like Creature Swap, that would be different. So, and then to finish it off, 3 Melee of the Trees. This is an absolute must. You need this card. If one gets Fiendish Chained, you have to have the other 2 in the extra deck in case, or for your other push plays. This card is vital to everything you do. It is vital to all the plays that you make. So this card is a must at 3. If I could play 2, I would, but from testing, you need the 3. Strictly because you have many ways to make the 3, and when you do, you'll always have a target to bring back, and it's always a good play with your Melees, I guess. So you're never gonna have a bad play unless this gets Veilered or Fiendish Chained. So for the 7s, 1 Dracozac. That's the only 7 I play, and then for the 8, 1 of this card because Felgrand is good. That's its name. For the Synchros, limited, it's our limited room for these, so it's very standard. Formula, Armory Arm, Cataster, Black Rose, Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, and Star Eater. I really wish I could play Leo in this deck, and I'm thinking about cutting away the Leviathan Dragon for Leo, because Leo is just too good not to run. But yeah, so that's it for the Synchros 15 card extra deck. Very tight on space, which is why I wish they would increase the deck space size. But anyways, side deck. Your massive hand traps, starting with the double Veiler. Veiler is Veiler, so really good against the Fire Fist matchup. Anything that thrives off of monster effects. Double Maxi. Maxi is in here for those spamming Gear card curry decks. Yes, you will most likely go 1 for 1 with this card, but slowing down their plays is what you need to do. That's pretty much it. And then double DD Crow, because DD Crow is, I feel that it's extremely relevant in the meta. I wish I would have had this card against Inzectors when I played it. I wish I would have had this card against Concerts when I played them. Like Fire Fist, Mermail, or not Mermail, but yeah, Mermail. Dark World, just anything. DD Crow, just ridiculous. And then the 1 Jinzo. And I will get some crap for this. However, I feel Jinzo against decks like Consular, against decks like, what's it called? Not Evil Swarm, but decks like Fire Fist, Jinzo gets over the problem cards. What I mean by that is it's better in the sense that it's a 2400 body that can pretty much, if they don't have the warning, this card can steal you games because you don't rely on your traps too heavily, and if you do, you can just activate your Call the Hanids before you bring out your Jinzo, or even call the Hanid and then sack that monster for Jinzo. Jinzo punishes the opponents that set 5 pass, or set 5 normal Thunder King pass, because in that time I can mark the Rosier monster and sack my Jinzo. If you do not have the warning, I will proceed to win because your back rows are filled and you cannot remove this card very easily. This card does combo well with Call the Hanid, like I said. You can bring this card back with Call the Hanid and then it will stay because Call will be negated. So, Jinzo is very powerful. I do like this card in here. For the traps, 1 Dust Tornado, maximizing back row removal. 2 Overworked for Fire Fist. 2 Trap Stun, which is really redundant since I do play the Jinzo, but playing in one of a Jinzo, you're not going to draw it as often as you'd like. Trap Stuns are in here for the immediate Trap Stun push for game. That's it. Jinzo is more of a grind, try to open with it, or not open with it, but just try to grind away your opponent with it. And then to finalize the traps, 3 Mind Crush. Mind Crush is, in my opinion, the best side deck card in the game at this time. Being able to look at your opponent's hand is really nice. Mind Crushing anything is good. It's really good if you want to like try to push for plays. I usually Mind Crush, Bujin Crane before I attack. They don't have the Crane. If they have the Crane, they discard it. If they don't, like, now I can attack in peace. But Mind Crush is just really powerful. It's good against Mermail, which are still a thing. It's good at anything that add off of tanky against Fire Fist, or in Consters, or in Fire Kings, or whatever they add. Mind Crush does that job perfectly. I've actually considered main decking 1 or 2 of copies of Mind Crush just for how relevant it is in the meta right now. So Mind Crush is really good. So that's it for the deck profile, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, it's still a work in progress. I still have no idea what I would like to play. But let me know because, or let me know what you think. It really does sway my decision on what I do want to play. So, like I said, you guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.